on TMZ.
Okay, so Cardi B has Etch-a-Sketch Stefan Diggs out of her life. I'm not buying it.
He's nowhere to be found on her Instagram.
I don't think it's over.
He is not going to get back with her. Why would you want that walking red flag?
You think Cardi's the red flag?
They're both red flags, so does that make a green flag, or how does that work with colors and blending?
It's just bright red.
Diddy received a standing ovation when he walked back into MDC Brooklyn after being acquitted on 3 of the 5 major charges in his case. It's because there's a bunch of inmates in there who say they've never seen someone beat the government.
And people just like shouting and clapping. Like, people just looking at
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom have entered the co-parenting phase of their relationship.
Orlando Bloom does co-parenting very well. Him and Miranda Kerr still have a good relationship to look after their kid.
When 2 women date the same guy and break up with that guy, do they talk crap about the guy?
Of course. Men would do the same thing.
I don't think men do.
You don't think if me and Beckerman had been with the same girl, that's all we'd talk about?
You talk about banging, you wouldn't talk about all the bad stuff.
No, we talk about how crazy she was, but the sex was fantastic.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are looking very loved up.
I don't understand what he's wearing. It looks like a bonnet.
If he wasn't famous, people would look at him just like, what are you wearing, kid?
You've got a thing against him.
If you saw me out like that, you'd tear me to shreds.
You should wear a bonnet. Your hair is dirty. It's disgusting.
And now, does the B in Cardi B stand for bye? Starring Cardi B and Stefan Diggs.
Well, it was all good just a week ago. You know, Stefan Diggs and Cardi B were cozied up at a castle, but now he's nowhere to be found on her Instagram.
Yes, after the couple recently went Instagram official, this weekend Cardi B deleted all of her photos with the NFL star, and now almost everyone thinks it's over.
I don't think it's over.
You think it's just a fight and this is how she does
It's what
it?
she does all the time. She has a fight with Offset, she erases him. She even files for divorce and retracts it.
That's true. Cardi does change her mind a lot. We wouldn't be surprised if she starts posting photos with him again. After all, he did rent out a French castle for her.
It's an important thing that Stefan Diggs gets taken back because she kept on taking Offset back for one reason. She said it.
A deep love for him that just won't die?
Because the sex was so good.
Oh, right, the sex. So, assuming Cardi and Stefan are done, if she doesn't take him back,
it means it's not quite that good.
You know, you're right. She was addicted to Offset because of sex. If she says, Stefan, his CV goes plummeting.
Stefan Diggs does not need Cardi B. Why would you want that walking red flag?
But they're both red flags, so does that make a green flag, or how does that work with colors and blending?
No, it's still just bright red.
So remember, everyone, your relationship is only official if it's on Instagram. And mixing red with red makes red. Thanks, Stefan. Hope you're back on Cardi's Insta soon so people don't think you're bad at sex.
RachelZ, she was Snow White, and she's now Evita in London on stage. She has a new boyfriend, and unlike the trend of a lot of girls who are going for billionaires and things like that, she is dating a Magic Mike stripper.
I love that.
Literally.
They're so hot.
His name is Nathan Fernand. He was on the London stage version of the Magic Mike show. This is him.
Look at that.
And so we got video of them kissing and being very handsy at Sabrina Carpenter's concert in Hyde Park. Now he is a backup dancer in her show of Evita.
She plucked him from...
So she plucked him.
She didn't want him performing for any more women, so it was like, come on Broadway with me. Smart. That is smart, because then you get to watch him and you know what he's doing.
You are a controlling person.
No, but then it's easier. It's easier than Find My Location. They're just right there. You don't even need the location.
I can't imagine the surveillance Courtney has.
Now that Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry have split, they're doing what every broken up couple does. Go on Jeff and Lauren Bezos' honeymoon together! Okay, not every broken up couple does that, but maybe it'll start a trend.
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, their reps have released a joint statement saying yes, they are single, but they're focusing on raising their daughter.
Which includes being together with their daughter Daisy on the Amalfi Coast and on Katie's yacht with the newlyweds.
Why would you bring people on your honeymoon?
You gotta remember too, they got married a while ago.
which means they're past the honeymoon stage. They're in the we can't exist without being around celebrities stage. But Orlando knows how to co-parent, as he already does it with ex Miranda Kerr.
They're all kind of a blended family. Like Katie and Miranda are friends.
When two women date the same guy and both women break up with that guy, do they talk crap about the guy?
Of course.
You knew the answer. You were trolling the women.
You just want to see how catty girls can be.
And the answer is very.
Men would do the same.
I don't think men do it the way women do it.
You don't think if me and Beckman had been with the same girl, that's all we'd talk about?
You talk about banging her, you wouldn't talk about all the bad stuff.
Oh, we talk about how crazy she was, but the sex was fantastic.
So, thanks, Katie and Orlando, and enjoy the honeymoon, Jeff and Lauren, because nothing says our love will last forever like being around people whose relationship fell apart. Ciao, Bellas!
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet are looking very loved up in the south of France. We got these photos of them holding hands.
Why is this guy
I
dressed
don't
this way?
understand what he's wearing. It
He's
looks like
hiding from,
sun.
I don't know what he's doing.
Like a bonnet on with a
cap. I don't get it.
Yes.
Because it's very obvious it's them, because Kylie's not in hiding at all.
No, it's not for hiding, it's fashion.
I think it's fashion too.
He thinks he's ASAP Rocky. He's dressing like ASAP Rocky.
But he's not a swaggy.
But he's on a swaggy. If he wasn't famous, people would look at him just like, what are you wearing, kid?
Yeah, but you can say that about every famous person, right? Every famous person that dresses a little wonky.
It feels a little inauthentic.
Oh, I think it seems totally authentic. He's a weirdo.
They're trying to be the white Rihanna and ASAP Rocky.
I don't think they're trying
I
to.
think they
I don't think they're trying to be
they
anything.
are, but they just don't have it.
I know what it is with you.
What?
You both have a similar vibe. It's just one pulls it off way better.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I pulled it off pretty well back in the day.
You did.
You should wear a bonnet. Your hair is dirty. It's disgusting.
And now it's Tom Brady and holy crap!
Tom Brady is aging like fine wine. I don't know what else to say. This man is 47 years old. Here he is in Ibiza over the weekend.
Hachi, chachi! Looks like he rinsed away his former dad bod and look what's left! Ow! But it wasn't all lather, rinse, and thirst trap here, because he was on family vacay with his 12-year-old daughter, Vivian, and they both jumped off of the side of this yacht! Fun!
Do you see what the Bezos wedding has done for Europe's tourism?
It's really put Europe on the map.
It's not putting Europe on the map.
I have not heard Europe talked about like this in many years.
We have talked about Ibiza all the time, every year.
It is the most it's been talked about since World War II. He's right. Since the 40s, we haven't talked about Europe this much.
It's true, but Churchill didn't get nearly as much attention showering on his yacht. Anyway, if you can't get to Europe to party like the celebs this summer, don't worry, because you can go
on TMZ After Dark, which is our new DJ tour, which we launched Saturday night, and it was awesome. Where there's a DJ on the bus.
DJ Miles P. This is the coolest thing LA has ever offered.
Yeah, it's a party on wheels! You'll cruise around Hollywood and stop at 3 different iconic bars, get a free shot, and ride the bull at Saddle Ranch.
It's so much fun, and we're doing it every Saturday night. People can buy tickets. It's awesome. We're also chartering it. Bachelorettes and bar mitzvahs.
Now, thirst trap us out of here, Tommy! Oh, yeah!
Jurassic World Rebirth dominated the box office over the holiday weekend and led Scarlett Johansson to make a major Hollywood record. She is now the highest grossing actor in Hollywood.
Scarlett Johansson?
Yes.
Which means she beat Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson.
Wait a minute, Timothée Chalamet?
Yes.
Harvey, she's in all the Avengers movies.
Guess how many billions?
Billions?
Billions. $14.8 billion all of her movies have grossed.
She's not the first highest paid female actress. Julia Roberts wasn't she?
So you're doing a different thing. You're saying who gets paid most per movie. This is how much their movie...
No, I'm saying in their time, there were women who were the highest paid in Hollywood. Julia Roberts.
I still think Julia Roberts might be #1 in terms of pay per movie.
Finally, a win for the woman.
But she's not the first woman. God, what is it today that you guys are all, oh God, women? It's like...
They complain.
You want to make it a competition.
Harvey, even Keith was like, damn. When you said, what is it with women getting rights today?
Coming up,
Diddy received a standing ovation when he walked back into MDC Brooklyn after being acquitted on 3 of the 5 major charges in his case.
He's going to get 1, maybe 2 years, but he's served going on a year. Diddy will be out within a year.
What?
Oh my God.
He will be out within a year.
Coming up.
Patrick and Brittany Mahomes made their way to Miami. He put his dad bod on display. He's got a couple of abs.
He has to.
Be right back.
Buckle up, party people, because the TMZ After Dark Tour has hit Hollywood! Get ready for a 2-hour rager on wheels with the DJ dropping beats as we hit Sunset and Hollywood Boulevard, baby! We see the hottest restaurants, sickest clubs, and stop at banging bars along the way. The festivities kick off every weekend from the Hard Rock Cafe at 7:30 p.m. So head to TMZTour.com to book your tickets for the TMZ After Dark Tour! It's gonna be epic!
After Diddy was acquitted on 3 of his 5 federal charges, his fellow inmates had a message for him. And that message was, yay, Diddy! Also, his fellow inmates probably weren't wearing tuxedos unless prison has gotten super formal.
So Diddy received a standing ovation round of applause when he walked back into MDC Brooklyn after being acquitted on 3 of the 5 major charges in his case.
Let's just say, spectacular victory for him.
It was a spectacular victory. The big charges he was acquitted of, he was only convicted on the 2 Mann Act charges, which are lesser crimes.
Of course, it's far too early to speculate on when Diddy will actually be out.
Diddy will be out within a year.
Or it's the perfect time, so let the speculation begin-ulate.
He's going to get 1, maybe 2 years, but he's served going on a year, and he gets all sorts of credit. So if he's in, he's going to be in for less than a year.
In the meantime, Diddy's fellow inmates are stoked for him.
So Mark Agnifilo was interviewed, and he said Diddy walked into this hero's welcome because there's a bunch of inmates in there who say they've never seen someone beat the government. And Diddy won.
It's almost impossible to beat the federal government.
And don't forget the most obvious reason Diddy would get a standing ovation.
People just like shouting and clapping. Like, people just looking for an excuse. We knew!
It feels good.
It kind of does, yeah. Diddy may be out of prison soon, but until he is, at least he's popular. There, goodbye, everybody!
Patrick and Brittany Mahomes made their way to Miami for the 4th of July weekend. He put his dad bod on display. He's got a couple of abs.
He's more in shape, isn't he?
Yes, his trainer has come out and said that the ideal quarterback body has about 14% body fat. I mean, I wouldn't argue against his success on the field, so whatever works for him.
You know, I have a different theory. The Brady effect.
That is his thing, is he is chasing Tom.
What if this happens in football where it's just all the rage? You know, even like the wide receivers start.
Then you would start watching football.
Exactly.
I'm surprised we haven't seen them hang out with Travis and Taylor that much. They were hanging out quite a lot during the season. But
we haven't seen anybody hanging out with Taylor and Travis. I don't know, I think Travis and Taylor are just kind of like doing their thing.
Seeing if it works long term.
They know right now. They're probably engaged secretly.
Isn't her music gonna suck if she gets married though? All her good music is about heartbreak.
Yeah, get married and then you've got a ton of it.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah. No.
6 years after the death of Jeffrey Epstein, the Department of Justice releases surveillance video which seems to indicate he was not murdered in his cell. But screw that, it's time for TMZ's Conspiracy Corner.
Shows that at 7:49 p.m., 2 security guards walked him to his jail cell. There's no additional video footage showing anyone walking down that hall until 6-something the next morning when his body is discovered.
And they released the whole thing?
They released 11 hours.
Who has watched 11 hours to make sure that's true?
We're sure there's a fast forward button, you can kind of get the gist. So unless the Invisible Man bumped him off, we got nothing. Thing is, the video only shows the hallway leading to the cell.
There was suggestion early on by DOJ that there was video footage of the cell door itself, and that is not here.
Well, that's interesting.
There's videos everywhere for every square inch of a prison facility.
Such a high-profile guy.
The second really interesting thing is Donald Trump has said that he wanted full disclosure of all these files. He's not putting it all out, and Musk said that's because Trump is implicated.
Well, I can say I know somebody who was privy to it, and he's mentioned, but there's nothing behind it.
Fine. But what about the infamous, mysterious Epstein client list?
A couple months ago, Pam Bondi said she's got a list on her desk.
And now she said there's no list.
Prompting Elon Musk to say, then what is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison for?
There were a lot of women who testified that she went out and found these girls.
But the idea was that she had a list and there were all these men. Is this part of the big, beautiful bill that we just don't know about yet?
That's classified. Anyway, as far as the government's concerned, this is the end.
So this past weekend was a very emotional night for rock fans. Ozzy Osborne played his last farewell show with a bunch of other bands, but there's something even more emotional that happened before he went on stage. Kelly Osbourne got proposed to by Slipknot's Sid Wilson.
So in front of your family and all of our friends, Kelly, will you marry me?
Oh, I'm so happy for her. I love Kelly Osbourne.
It was really cool because everyone was just like gathered around backstage, and then Sid starts talking. He's like, Kelly, I love you. And then you hear Ozzy in the back, he's like,
You're not married, my daughter.
But I wouldn't do it like, if I was going to propose to a girl, I wouldn't do it at her dad's work. I would do it in our place. You know what I mean? I would do it in some nice place.
Where'd you propose?
Where did I propose? In front of a koala.
In front of a chlamydia koala, you proposed.
Yeah.
How romantic.
It didn't have chlamydia beforehand.
Coming up.
Alex Cooper was doing the rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game at Wrigley Field.
Take me out to the ball game.
In like about 5 seconds into the song, all the Cubs fans are like, get this out of here.
It was so cringe.
You've never seen something like this before.
Alex Cooper, the Call Her Daddy podcast host, was doing the rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game at Wrigley Field. Almost every big celeb that's been there does it. Alex Cooper gets up there and makes a complete mockery of it.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
In like about 5 seconds into the song, all the Cubs fans are like, get this out of here.
If you're getting booed though, do you care? You're already singing it. Like, does it bother you when people look at you?
What?
What? Like, you know, like when you're just like standing up there and you look at us and you just see like deadness in our eyes.
I'm so used to it.
This is a guy who sang My Way full-throated.
I was thinking of it this weekend.
You should go on the DJ bus and do it.
Yeah, you should.
Where they do a remix.
I like it.
Let the My Way drop.
3 strikes, you're out at the old game.
Coming up.
Sierra from Love Island, she got removed. So they just like announced it. They're like,
Sierra has left the villa.
like, we know what the reasons were. She used a racial slur in
Against
social
who?
media.
Chinese people.
Chinese people, she used the C word. Sierra from Love Island, she got removed. So they just like announced it. They're like,
Sierra has left the villa due to a personal situation.
and it's like, we know what the reasons were. She used a racial slur and they all like came back up on
Against
social
who?
media.
Chinese people.
Chinese people, she used the C word. She was like, look at my eyes. Like even when I get Botox, they go the C word. And then she used it another time when she was hiking on a mountain. She like posted about it.
Like obviously it's awful what she did, but like in this day and age, why would you kick her off the show? Wouldn't you leave her on and get people to hate watch?
The public was so angry. The public dug it up and was like, get her off of it.
These producers know that people are on social media. So if they really wanted to purge them, they would look harder and say, no, not that person.
They vet all of their social media, they flag posts. I think they let people in the show that maybe they know have done something racist so that they can have
That's
this.
what he just said.
That's exactly what I just said.
Is that what you said?
It's like we're on the not hot version of Love Island. It's the stupidity, but not the hotness.
No, I was just thinking that when I was looking at him.
Is that what you said?
Yes!